the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitors' sideline, a look at the head coach of the Falcons. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other side, it's the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. His team looking for... It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad game in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
Brings up second and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happens to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And
the ball's out. It appeared like the Falcons were able to get back on that one. Ball stays with Atlanta.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 1.
Now they'll set up to throw. To the outside. Catch made by London. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. A short bit down to the center.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll look to throw. And this is caught! Wow! The decision to go pays off. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well. The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got
Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kendrick Miller. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Falcon, 1st down.
Back to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On first down, it's Robinson. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Left side in the hands of London. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
13-yard line.
Second down and 8. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And once again, he loses the football.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Set to go now on 1st and 10. down, incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They will run the draw play with Miller. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
2 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. They'll bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond that.
Falcons offense ready to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Falcons.
They'll run with Miller, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Geno Stone with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9. And they're
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 14.
Let's go now.
First down, Atlanta.
Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
11 more yards.
First and 10.
That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcons.
On the handoff, this is Miller. And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. He always bursts through the clouds. Slowed up, just a gain of a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here are the Falcons down on the scoreboard. A little under 2.5 to go. A possible brutal loss to the playoff hopes in the balance, barring a late score as they start with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to Mooney, complete right side. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now second and inches. They'll drop to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took to get the ball into the hands of the receiver.
The pressure too much. He goes down. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Here comes second down. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the first down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one. This crowd into it now. It's third and 2. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it is recovered by the Bengals.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been...
Now it's the Falcons' turn, trailing by a point. 24 seconds to go. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. They get it done. An old school, hard-fought game, one in the trenches in the driving snow. Not a lot of points, not a lot of big plays, but they did just enough to get out of here with a victory.